Futures trading is risky and can result in substantial financial loss.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome to Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. We are the short-term traders with the long-term plan. And our plan is to teach you how to come up with analysis like we showed you in that last video. Traders, I did a video for you just a couple of days ago. It had a flashback in it. That flashback showed you the 200-day moving average and that a multitude of markets came to that 200-day moving average and then ran the other way. And I said, this is not normal. This doesn't just happen. There's got to be a reason for this. And then I went to show you what was going on this week in time. And I showed you the OMNI Trading Academy's proprietary moving average. And I showed you a multitude of charts that all came to that average. These charts are separate from one another. They do not correlate together. They were coming to the average either from above and hitting the average or coming up from below and hitting the average. And they all ran away from that average. Traders, I said to you, I banged on this board. I said, don't fall in love with the upside. There are a lot of bulls out there. There were a lot of talk in TV land at the bottom was in. And I said, don't buy it. Stay steadfast and true to your analysis and don't fall in love with the upside. Well, traders, I got a bunch of charts I want to show you now. These are the same charts I showed you just a couple of days ago in that video. And you know what? The markets did go down. The ones that I showed you that were supposed to go down did go down. The charts I showed you that were supposed to go up did go up. And I want to show you those charts now so you can see the comparison. And for you bulls out there, if you can't figure out how to look at this thing in a bearish mindset because the signals are before your eyes, come on down to the OMNI Trading Academy and let us teach you how to get it right. You know, I had a bunch of bull traders out there writing comments on my videos and saying, Oscar, you're reading this wrong. The bull is in for this reason, that reason, and the other reason. And I said, absolutely not. I will not waver from this unless the analysis tells me it's going up. I'm staying true to the analysis, which points to nothing but downside. Let me take you now back into those series of charts we seen 2 days ago, and let me show you what the end result has been so far. All right, traders, let's go to the charts. I'll be back to you in a moment. Okay, traders, what you are looking at now is one of the first charts I showed you in the video 2 days ago. This is the SPY or the S&P Cash Daily Bar Chart. I showed you this proprietary moving average, and I said the market has hit it. It's also put in a very possible swing day, and that we will now back away from that average like we did here, and every time we got near that average. I also mentioned that the S&P has a tendency of moving up, sideways, and then dropping, and it did it a multitude of times here. Up, sideways, down, up, sideways, down, up, sideways, down. It happens time and time again. And I illustrated that not only do we have that happening here, but we also have the proprietary average that the market's running into. You can see it for yourselves, traders. Wait until you see the rest of these charts. Let's look at more now. Okay, traders, the next chart you're looking at is the SPM8. This is the S&P future chart. You can trade the futures. That last one was the cash, which is not tradable. It's simply the index. Looking at this once again, this proprietary moving average kept us in check, and we have dropped 1, 2, 3 days since we've hit that average. Traders, I'm going to show you every chart that you looked at in this video with me a couple of days ago, and I want you to see what this end result is. Because it worked here, it worked here, it worked here, it works everywhere this average gets near the markets. It is a fantastic average. If you can't figure this out for yourself, again, come on down to the OMNI Trading Academy and let us teach you how to view these markets correctly and how to pick your averages so that you have ones that will absolutely tell you which way the market's going to go next. Come on, traders, let's look at a few more here. It's very interesting. Okay, traders, the next chart is the Nasdaq Daily Bar, the June Nasdaq Daily Bar, and look again at the OMNI Trading Academy's proprietary moving average. Come on, guys, help me out here. Look at this. Once again, we hit that average just as we showed you in the video. A couple of days ago, we talked about now it is time to go down. Well, traders, the news came out. The fundamental news, which already came out in the charts first, came out and did push the markets lower. Look at the way this market is in check by this average. It is constant. It happens over and over again. And I think you're going to be pleasantly pleased with that average if you come on down to the Omni Trading Academy and learn how to use it properly. Let's look at another chart here. All right, traders, the next chart you're about to look at is the Dow Jones cash chart. Once again, guys, can you tell me what this is?
The Omni Trading Academy
Proprietary moving average. You go, guys. It hit that average and has proceeded to break down just as we thought it would. Now, the next few charts are going to start to show you the power of this average, and when a multitude of markets come gathering at an average that have nothing to do with one another, you have to take a look at that as the markets are painting a picture for us analysts to decipher. I can see the picture, and I will show it to you over and over until you can get this right for yourself. Okay, traders, one last chart in the indice market is the ER2M8 or the Emini Russell. Thank you. I forgot what that chart was for a minute. You know, there's no industry standard. I must say, it's insane. The ER2M8, you won't find that code on any other platform. You go to another platform, it's a totally different code. I think they're crazy the way they do this. However, whatever platform it is, whatever the code is for your platform, on mine it's the ER2M8, the Emini Russell. And look at this, traders. Look at this average. It's the Omni Trading Academy's proprietary moving average. It holds it in check here, 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 and once again here. And look at the size of the drop that we've made since we hit that average. Now, traders, you can't make this up. This is pure technical analysis working for you right before your eyes. That was a giveaway sale, and we waited for days until we got the signal from it, and we all profited at the Omni Trading Academy today based on these charts. Now let's look at what happens on the opposite side of that average with some other charts. Okay, traders, the next chart you're looking at is the CRB Index, the CRY, the cash CRB Index. This is about 16 commodities all rolled up into one basket and indexed and averaged. This is the index. It shows inflation. When I showed you this chart a few days ago, we just had kissed this average and then bounced off of it on the upside. And I said, with all the indice markets that ran up to the average and hit it and broke, these markets are above the average. They're hitting it and rallying. That is absolutely a wake-up call, traders. And look at the way this market has been in check with this average anytime it gets near it. It is the same anytime the market comes near that average. Next time you see this picture, traders, it will be the third time I present it to you. If it happens again and all of these markets line up by these averages, make sure you take advantage of it. Let's look at some more now. CRB, once again, hits the average and rallies away from it. Exactly opposite of what you see in the indice charts. Let's look at another one. All right, traders, the next chart you are looking at is the June gold, the GCM8, if you will. June gold, a couple of days ago, hits the average, and look what happens. Rally, rally, and it's rallying again this evening. It had a massive rally off that average. Once again, it is
the Omni Trading Academy proprietary moving average.
Yes, it's the proprietary moving average. It is not the hardest thing in the world to figure out. If you can find a good average that will keep markets in check, you go with that average. This one works extremely well on most of the markets that I look at with it. There you are looking at the gold. Instead of running into the average, again, like the indices did and going down, it came down to the average and broke out to the upside. Let's look at a couple more. Traders, again, these are the exact same charts I showed you only a couple of days ago when we predicted this exact price action in every one of these charts. Next on the block. Okay, traders, the next chart you're looking at is the May Silver Daily Bar, the electronic ZIK8. And once again, look what happened. It bounced off of our average and has taken off since. Silver moved up 80 cents off of its lows yesterday. 80 cents. A major rally right off of that proprietary average, traders. I am telling you, technical analysis works really, really well. I think there's another chart I see on the wall. Let's look at that one and see what we got behind here. Okay, traders, the next chart you're looking at is the bond chart, the USM8. The bond chart I had told you works opposite of the S&P chart, and it would rally off of that average. If you can take a look at this right here, we hit the average just a few days ago, and look at the rally that has ensued since. Again, traders, look at how well this average does work on this market, how well it's worked in every one of the markets I've shown you. And once again, I'll repeat, the next time I come out with a video or you're doing your own homework and you see a multitude of markets come towards a moving average and a bunch of them crash down into it and another bunch of them rally up into it all at the same time, you better expect this to go up and these to go down. That is the way it works if you get lucky enough to spot those averages. Okay, traders, the last chart I'm going to show you is the last chart I showed you in the other video 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago maybe it was. This is the Canadian dollar June daily bar. Once again, that Canadian dollar came right to the average just when the other markets did and began to drop. You see it got to the average from below and dropped just like we predicted it would. Traders, we have no crystal ball. This is pure technical analysis working in your favor. Make sure you know how to read these charts. If not, come on down to our academy and we'll teach you how to get it right. So, you've seen those charts? Traders, you can't make this stuff up. We presented that to you before the action took place. It looked just like that video from August 17th of 2007. Just like the video I showed you 2 days ago. And just like what I showed you on the board behind me a couple of moments ago. Traders, these are chances that we don't get all the time. I hope that series of charts made sense to you. You should be able to see it the way we see it here at the OMNI Trading Academy. Traders, this is not the hardest thing in the world to figure out where the markets are going to go. It's hard to trade. Yes, I give you that. It's hard for any of us to trade. But if you can get this analysis right, you have a roadmap to where the markets are going to go next. So again, I say to you bulls, yes, it could rally, but how much did it cost you to call the bottom once again? You should stop calling the bottom until the bottom comes in. You'll know when the bottom comes in. The top will come in bonds and other currencies. The bottom will come in the dollar, and the bottom will come in the S&P after a likely drop of capitulation. A big smash down week would give us capitulation and get us out of this mess. But I don't think we're ready to get out of the mess yet. I think we have another leg of downside coming. Now, of course, no one knows for sure if technical analysis really does work, but you have to go with it because if you look at what I just showed you and you compare that to market movement, something's working here, right? We're not making this stuff up, so make sure you do your homework. All right, traders, now for tomorrow, we got for 4/10/08 Thursday, we got a red OMNI lined up in the S&P, baby. I think we go down again. I'm looking for down S&P, down Nasdaq, up Japanese yen, and up beans. We think beans are strong, we think the Japanese yen is strong, and we think the Nasdaq drops with the S&P tomorrow. So for tomorrow, the S&P, the ESM8, we're looking for, the OMNI says to sell in the mid to high 1360s. We are trading 1359.5 currently, traders, so get your orders in. Sell in the mid to high 1360s. OMNI's profit objective is the mid to low 1320s. I'm looking for a break here, and we do have support, noticeable support around the 1345 area. Again, sell it in the 1360s, put your stop in a sensible place. Traders, come on down to the site and let us tell you where those stops belong. You have to come trade with a crowd. It's very difficult to get this alone. Never trade alone. I tell this in every video. I tell this to every Omniac, and the ones who aren't Omniacs should become Omniacs. Don't trade alone. It is so much easier with a crowd of other analysts and traders in a room working with one another in unity to try to get this stuff right, because this is not easy. All right, so you're selling the 1360s, you're hoping for the 1320s, you expect support around the 1345 area, put your stop in a sensible place it first, and we'll see what we're going to get tomorrow. Now again, Nasdaq should follow it. Traders, I'm going to talk to you for a moment about a little bit of discipline on Thursday evening. Thursday evening, we got close to this proprietary moving average. And the market, I had mentioned on the board, I wrote it right here, and I said we are at a pinnacle in the market. And at a pinnacle, that's a point in time where the market's either going to explode or drop, but it's trying to make a decision. It's usually a point where you get distribution in the market activity. Well, I said, traders, we're sitting on our hands on Thursday, on Friday, and we sat on our hands Sunday and Monday and did nothing until we got our signal finally Tuesday. And that was a very, very difficult task for a lot of my Omniacs. But you know what? A round of applause, baby. You know how many Omniacs sat on their hands for 4 days? 4 days we waited for this signal, and everyone sat tight. Now, we needed to be entertained, so we threw out a couple of soybean trades, which worked out really well while we were waiting for the S&P. But everybody stayed fast. They stood their ground, and they did not trade this till the signal came. And once it came, we caught about 18 points in the S&P today. That was a beautiful trade, right? Yeah. That was patience and poise. And traders, I assure you, if you use discipline and patience and you come out with a plan and you trade that plan, you will become a very good trader, especially if you mix it with the lessons that we teach here at the Omni Trading Academy. So make sure you're paying attention because, boy, it takes a lot out of us. It takes a lot out of every one of us to watch these markets all day, watch the news, do our homework, and then sit up all night and watch and wait for the signals to come through. Yes, it's a lot of work, but it can be really, really rewarding. And I think everybody who's been at the Omni Trading Academy can say that these last couple of months. It's been quite rewarding, whether you've just learned a lot about your own trading style or you actually traded and made a few winning trades. We're doing quite well as a crowd here. All right, traders, so we got a couple of things I'd like to talk to you about. One of the things that we're doing now, which we think is great here at the Omni Trading Academy, is we are asking you to send in video clips. Take a video of yourself on your cell phone, have somebody shoot a quick video with the camera, and send the video in to us at the Omni Trading Academy. We want you to do a video and say in that video, stops are in, emotions are out. And send that to us, and we're going to put together a compilation of all the Omniacs saying that and put together a nice long video, which should be quite entertaining. I think it'll be great. So send us your videos of yourselves. Try to get a crowd together. Do it with your children. Get a few ducks and dogs, whatever it is that'll say it with you. Say it and send us in the videos, and we will make a nice video for all the Omniacs to see. Shoot those videos to Oscar@futuresanalysts.com. Come on, Omniacs, make sure you send them in. This should be some fun. Now, Mikey, question for you. Mandalay Bay, what's the day count? How many days till Mandalay Bay? Come on, quick. 33 days and counting, baby. 33 days till the Mandalay Bay show. We are doing the money show in Vegas at the Mandalay Bay. We will be there May 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. We're doing seminars. We're going to run our show from the booth. Traders, come on down, book your plane tickets and get your butts down to Vegas and come meet the crew. We're going to be there all week long, and it should be a blast. We'll do lessons. We'll talk about a lot of things. I'll show you some techniques we don't usually show in these videos, and we'll have a great time together. So Omniacs, let's come meet one another. Come on down and meet the crowd, meet each other, and we'll become even closer. A closer-knit crew can only help us. So make sure you show up for the show. The other thing that we're doing every Friday for months on end now, it's probably over a year at least, we do a radio show every Friday live on the radio. I'm on the radio with 3 other hosts. We're all economists and or technical analysts. Some are for stocks, some are commodities, some measure the whole, take in the whole gamut, and they're really great. It's a lot of give and take, and we'd like for you to listen to that radio show and call in. Call us at the radio and get involved. You'll be on the radio. We can chat back and forth, and it'll be a great thing. So Omniacs, I'm going to have the number put either above my head or below me or wherever Mikey wants to put it in this video. Make sure you call that number and check out the radio show. It's every Friday between 9 and 11 OST, Omni Standard Time. Make sure you tune in. All right, I don't know if there's much left to talk about. Hey, I'm going to say it again. Don't fall in love with the upside. Watch these rallies. They're always false lately. We are in a bear market. When you're in a bear market, you got to trade like a bear. All right, traders, I think looking at my board, I pretty much told you everything I want to tell you. If you'd like, give me a call anytime, day or night, 702-629-4755. Traders, don't trade alone. Never trade alone. It is the hardest thing to do. Make sure you come on down and join us. All right, traders, that's about it. The videos we want you to send in are going to look a whole lot like this. Are you sure you're ready for this, guys? Make sure you say this to yourselves every day, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out.
Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided. That being said, I am a 24-year seasoned trader on and off the floors. This is how I've made my living for many, many years. Good luck trading.